Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're making a toasted coconut cream cheese pound cake with a vanilla cream cheese glaze. And you guys, I'm not gonna go overboard today with the glaze, but as you saw me taking them out of the oven, I've already toasted some coconut for the top. I toasted them on 325 degrees for about 7 minutes or so. You have to kind of keep an eye on it. I did kind of stir it around a little bit, so until you get it to your desired toastiness, then just make sure that you keep an eye on it, okay? All right, so this is what we're needing for this cake today. Of course, I'm using my 3 cups of Swan's Down cake flour. I have half teaspoon of baking powder. I'm using a 4th teaspoon of salt. And I've already added my salt and my baking powder to my 3 cups of flour. Because I did so, I sifted this flour one more time with the baking powder and the salt in it. Now, Swan's Down, it comes pre-sifted in the box, but again, once I add those 2 extra ingredients, I like to sift just one more time, okay? Then we're going to use 3 cups of sugar. We have 3 sticks of softened butter. We have, and room temperature, we have 5 eggs that I've already cracked, and they are also room temperature. And then we have 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese. It too is room temperature. And this batter is going to be kind of thick, so I'm also going to add just like a little 4th cup of milk to it, okay? And then I have a cup of coconut. And you guys, I use the sweetened coconut flakes. I'm real funny about texture, okay? And because I'm funny about texture, I normally really don't do coconut stuff unless, and I like a coconut cookie, but it has to be really ground up, the coconut. So I have my cup of coconut here. I'm gonna pulse it in my little Ninja a little bit, to kind of break it down some, because not that I'm gonna really eat a lot of the cake, but I don't want flakes of coconut to be able to taste it in the batter. So I'm gonna pulse it and make it a little finer. Let me show you what it looks like now, so that way you'll be able to tell what the after looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like now before we pulse it, okay? So, and then also, let's see, I'm going to use about a tablespoon of coconut extract. And then I'm going to do a little bit of almond, maybe about a teaspoon. And then, y'all already know, I'm going to add just a little bit of my Creme Bouquet. Now, let me say this. One thing about the extracts, use whatever extracts you like. If for some reason you don't like almond and you want to do vanilla and coconut, whatever you want to do in addition to that coconut, do it. It's your cake. That's what I love about baking and cooking. Honey, fix it like you want to fix it, okay? You know your taste buds and you know how you want it to taste, so you make it the way you want to make it. Just like a lot of people, they're okay with biting down into coconut, but no, we're not going to do that, okay? So that's why we're going to pulse this. And then we're going to do a little cream cheese glaze and have my toasted coconut flakes, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Oh, is that everything? I was getting ready to say I did do my extracts. I think that's everything, you guys. Okay, let's get over here to this mixer. And as always, I've thoroughly washed my hands. Y'all don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands. That's just nasty. My oven is preheated to 325 degrees because that's what we're baking this cake on. So right now I'm just adding my 3 sticks of butter. And then to that, since we're using cream cheese, I'm also going to add the cream cheese. So once I get the cream cheese added, we're going to turn on the mixer for just a few seconds to kind of incorporate the cream cheese and the butter. And then once we've done that, we're going to slowly add our sugar. And I'm going to cream this butter, sugar, and cream cheese until it becomes light and fluffy. It's going to take me about 10 to 12 minutes. And yes, I do set a timer. You guys, this is one of the most important parts of mixing. You've got to be patient and cream that butter and sugar. At least that's my opinion. I do not rush this part. I think that's where a lot of people you know, get a little impatient when they're mixing up a cake, is not really wanting to take that time to really cream that butter and sugar, or in this case, the butter, sugar, and cream cheese. But it makes a difference in your cake, okay? So once we've creamed the butter, sugar, and cream cheese, I'm going to add my eggs one at a time. You'll see me add that first egg. You'll see me add the last egg. But remember, I've added 5 in all. I'm just not going to bore you with the adding the 1 egg at a time, okay? And then once we get all the eggs added, then we will come back and we will talk about what we're doing next. Alright, now we've creamed our butter, sugar, cream cheese, and added our 5 eggs. It's time to start. Well, normally we will alternate the dry and the wet ingredients. And this go around, I only have about 1/4 cup of milk. So what I like to do is go on and add my extracts to my milk. That way that's already done. So I'm going to start with my coconut. And I'm going to add about a tablespoon. No, I'm not, girl. You can't add nothing till you open it. Okay. Now we're going to add about a tablespoon of coconut extract. And to that we're adding about a teaspoon of almond extract. And to that, just about a teaspoon of my Creme Bouquet. Y'all, I just love this stuff. I can't help it. Alright. There we go. So, now that we've done that, and you guys, this is what my, you saw me, well, here I am, pulsing my coconut, and see it's a lot finer than what it was. Now, I'm going to, the larger flakes, I do want those on top of the cake that I toasted, but as far as on the inside of the cake, okay? And I'm just going to add these in while I'm continuing to mix. So we're going to start with our flour, and then I'm going to add all of this because it's just a little bit, and then we'll just keep going, adding the flour, and then I'll also add coconut. Also in this process, you want to be very mindful not to over mix. When you're adding the flour, you just want to mix it enough to incorporate it, but don't try to get the batter real smooth to where you're mixing, okay? That can make your cake tough, it can make it dense, it can make it fall, all of that. So don't over mix during this process. Okay, now I have already thoroughly sprayed my cake pan with Baker's Joy. And also with the coconut, if you prefer, you could fold in your coconut flakes, but I just prefer to add them while I'm mixing my cake to make sure that they get evenly distributed throughout the batter. So that's why I just prefer it not to fold them in. So we're ready to pour and get the baking. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about really eating this batter today with this coconut in it. I guess that's a good thing, so I won't be wrapping my lips around this cake. Once I taste it, I'll be done. Okay, now you want to get the cake as even or level as possible. Okay. Our oven is ready. I'm hitting it under the bottom to get the air bubbles out. Okay. Okay, so we're going in 325, and we will check it in about an hour and 15 minutes. All right, we ended up baking this go round for an hour and 25 minutes. So now we will let the cake cool for 10 minutes. Set my timer again. And in the meantime, we're going to do our glaze. I want you to see how quick this is. We're doing a little cream cheese and vanilla glaze. I'm going to use maybe just a couple of ounces of this cream cheese, okay? And I like to start with the cream cheese before I add the powdered sugar because I just kind of, you know, smush it around to get it even softer, okay, before I start adding the powdered sugar. Okay. And I do not measure when I do this. You guys, if you're new, let me say welcome to you. And also, I don't like to ice in cakes. And honey, I will fix a little simple, kind of thin glaze that will just drizzle down a cake. Or if I'm kind of in the mood for, you know, something kind of like icing, but like I say, don't feel like icing in the cake, then I just make me a thick glaze. I'm a glaze girl. I'm a glaze girl. Oh, let me grab my vanilla. I am a glaze girl. So that's a little bit of vanilla. And just a drop of Creme Bouquet. Just a drop, y'all. Just a drop of Creme Bouquet. Okay. So I like to start off with the glaze kind of thick because that helps get it smooth. Okay? But you want to make sure when you add your milk, you don't add too much at a time, because if you do, it'll be too thin and it'll be harder to smooth out the lumps. Now it's pretty easy when you just use powdered sugar and milk. When you add cream cheese, it makes it a little bit harder to get it smooth. But I always get it smooth by hand. Like I said, I don't use a mixer for this. As you can see, my mixer is already put away. Once I get my cake in the oven, I go on and wash up my mixer and get everything clean. So I just mix by hand and get a good arm workout. And we just mix and whip, 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 whip. And you see how easy it is just to create a smooth glaze, just that quick, okay? Alright, so we're going to let the cake continue to cool, and then we will flip it, and we have about 7 minutes or so left before we flip. All right, it's been 10 minutes. And we are flipping it. Pretty, pretty. So again, we have to let the cake continue to cool because otherwise all of this glaze will run right off because she's still too warm. All right, we're glazing. We are glazing. Toasted coconut cream cheese pound cake with a vanilla cream cheese glaze. Toasted coconut on top. And of course the extra glaze in the middle. All right. It is time.
I'm here.
You always here.
Yeah, just in time.
You ain't got to worry about me and Donnice eating this one, honey.
Why?
Because
what's wrong with this one?
We don't do coconut like
My wheel caught up.
You what?
My wheel caught up. You say y'all ain't gonna eat it and you gonna feed it to me? I just... What is this anyway? It looks fluffy.
Ooh.
It looks fluffy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some without the coconut. Let me see.
You just eat just the pound cake then. Give me some.
Yeah, I want that. Oh wait, I guess I need to show you guys before I add some little plain icing on.
Add some icing.
I was gonna get some of the little. It's just a little corner of glaze on here. Oh, you gonna let me hold your fork?
Yep. I check you. I don't think you have rabies. Thank you.
Ain't no rabies.
I'll taste. No, it's
Coconutty.
coconutty.
And then the outside of it has like that cookie texture to it.
You know what? I'm feeling this cookie texture thing.
It's kind of a chewy cookie texture to it.
That's good.
I think that has something to do with the cream cheese too in the batter.
It gives a
Oh. I didn't cut. We didn't cut it. Wow. We didn't get a big piece this time.
It gives a
What's that?
What's the word I'm looking for? It gives a I don't know. It gives some weight to it.
I don't know.
I don't like them pound cakes that taste like a big.
You don't like it too fluffy. You like it a little dense.
Yeah, I like
Is
my
that
dense.
what
That's
you're
what I'm
saying?
looking for. The word dense.
Okay.
I don't want no doggone cotton candy pound cake.
Cotton candy.
Yeah, pound cake. You just seem like a milk. I don't know.
Let me see y'all. Trying to make sure y'all can see all the plates. I guess y'all say, okay, Miss Donna, you can get that cake out of that face. Yay!
Let it go.
That's just so. Coconut makes me think about snow. Now, you guys, my mom used to do Her coconut cakes, they used to get the real coconut. My dad used to cut the coconut and grate the coconut for my mom.
Well, why we can't do that?
I'm not doing all that. We don't need coconut cake like that, but that's
I will cut the coconut and
I
grate.
remember that my dad used to grate the coconut. My mom used to use fresh coconut. So by all means, use fresh coconut if you'd like. Whatever you like.
Make good cake if you like.
Whatever you like. Okay? Alright, you guys. It's a little late. So we're getting ready to shut it down. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, you guys turn on that click that subscription button and turn on that notification bell. You know how you turn on that notification bell? It shakes. Shakes up.
Hit that nosy.
Shake some. Hit the nosy because y'all nosy. Y'all want to know what we cooking over here, what we baking over here next. You just gonna have to wait and see. You done ate the whole piece of cake. I'm glad I didn't want any more.
This sauce is too little.
Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. We already look forward to you joining us again next time. Y'all, he doing shake something. He's special, y'all. Bye. Say bye, honey. Bye. Say bye. You looking in.
I got a mouthful.
Where your hand?